Hi, this is Mato. In this video I will show you a game between Keres and Capablanca. This is the game from the famous AVRO tournament played in Netherlands in 1938. Keres had white pieces and he started with e4. Capablanca played e6, d4, d5 French defense, knight to d2, c5, e takes on d5, e takes on d5, knight from g to f3, knight to c6, bishop to b5, pinning the knight, queen to e7 check, if queen to e2, queen takes queen, equalizing. Keres played bishop to e2, c takes on d4, Keres castled kingside, queen to c7, knight to b3, bishop to d6, knight from b takes on d4, threatening, knight to b5 forking the queen and the bishop, a6, b3 intending bishop to b2, knight from g to e7, bishop to b2, and Capablanca castled kingside too. White to move. Black has isolated queen's pawn, but Keres decided not to try to win this pawn, but to create another weakness. Let's see how he does it. Knight takes on c6, pawn takes knight, c4, bishop to e6, queen to c2, d takes on c4, bishop takes on c4, bishop takes bishop, queen takes bishop, rook from f to b8. 17 moves have been played. Who is better? White has a better pawn structure. Black has 3 pawn islands and a weak pawn on c6. So, it is safe to say that white is slightly better. Do you agree? h3, rook to b5, rook from a to c1, threatening queen takes on c6, rook to c8, rook from f to d1, knight to g6. With his every move, Keres is improving his position. Knight to d4, attacking the rook and the pawn on c6. Rook to b6, Capablanca is on the back foot. Perhaps this is not the most critical position of the game, but this is a very interesting moment of the game. White to move. What would you do? Please pause the video and try to find the best move for white. What did you find? I found knight to f5 attacking the bishop, but then perhaps bishop to f8. Keres played an amazing move that shattered Capablanca's confidence in this game. Knight to e6, sacrificing the knight, attacking the queen. Capablanca played the best move under circumstances, queen to b8. If pawn takes knight, queen takes pawn check, king to h8, rook takes on d6, and white is winning. So we have queen to b8, knight to g5, threatening queen takes pawn on f7, rook to b7, queen to g4, white queen is extraying the pawn on g7, and the white dark squared bishop are connecting on g7. Bishop to f4, attacking the rook. Bishop to e5 doesn't work at all, because bishop takes bishop, and now black must take with the knight. Then queen to e4, attacking the pawn on h7 and one on c6. After knight to g6, rook takes on c6. So we have bishop to f4, rook to c4, rook to b5. This is another extremely interesting position. White to move. Keres has a problem, a good one. He has to choose between two winning moves. By the way, can you see the winning move for white in this position? Please pause the video again and try to find the best move for white. What did you find? Keres captured the pawn on f7 with knight. He also considered rook takes on f4. One line goes like this: rook takes on g5, queen takes rook, queen takes rook on f4, rook to d8 check, rook takes rook, queen takes rook check, knight to f8, bishop to a3, winning for white. Keres captured the pawn on f7. This variation works the best if king takes the knight. Capablanca played the best move, rook to e8. Let's have a look what happens if king takes knight. Then rook to d7 check, knight to e7. Other variations are losing for black too. Queen takes on g7 check, king to e6, queen takes knight check, king to f5, queen to f6 check, mate. So we have rook to e8, g3, queen to c8. Well, bishop to c7 is also losing, very slowly but losing. So we have queen to c8, rook takes bishop on f4, queen takes queen, rook takes queen, king takes knight, rook to d7 check, rook to e7, rook takes rook, king takes rook, bishop takes on g7. After Capablanca put on his best defense, it is 2 pawns up. Rook to a5, attacking the pawn. Problem easily solved with a4. Rook to c5, rook to b4, king to e6, king to g2, h5. White has a few different moves to choose. They're all good, like rook to b6. Keres decided to completely simplify the game because his bishop is much better piece than the knight, and he is also 2 pawns up. Rook takes rook, pawn takes rook, king to d6. White played a move and black resigned. The move is f4. Black resigned. One fun line goes like this: king to e6. Just to tell you that knight to e7 is out of question because of bishop to f8, pinning and winning. And what about trying to win the pawn? Is that good? Then the pawn on f5 is rolling forward. King takes pawn. That's it. Okay, so perhaps the best defense is king to e6, king to f3, knight to e7, g4, preventing knight to f5, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn, knight to c8, intending knight to b6, f5 check, king to f7, attacking the bishop, bishop to d4, knight to d6, attacking the pawn, on c4, c5, knight to c4, g5, knight to d2 check, king to f4, knight to b3, attacking the bishop, check, king to e8, king to e5, king to e7, f6 check, king to e8, f7 check, king to e7, bishop to e3, intending bishop to g5 or bishop to h6. Knight to a5, bishop to g5 check, king to f8, king to f6, knight to b3, and there is checkmate in one. g7, checkmate. And let's go back to this very interesting moment of the game. This is the position. Did you find this brilliant move that Keres played? Knight to e6. If you did, congratulations. What do you think of this game? And that is all. I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. I wish you good luck with your chess and bye for now.